I am going to be talking MLB trade deadline and what I think will happen. My first thing that I want to talk about is the Red Sox. I'm a Red Sox fan, so obviously I'm going to probably spend most of my video talking about the Red Sox. But I think they will trade Mancada and probably Eduardo Rodriguez if he has a good start tomorrow, the trade deadline, for a Chris Sale type. Because it's just, the Red Sox need pitching. If you watched the Red Sox game today, the whatever the date is today, I think the 31st or whatever, but Pedroia, they were down 3-0 in the top of the ninth inning, and Pedroia comes up with 2 men on, hits a home run. Well, they scored a run before that, man on first and third, and now at this point it's 3-1. Pedroia comes up and hits a home run. Now it's 3-4. The Red Sox are leading. And then, of course, being the Red Sox, they don't stop there. They come back and hit another one. So they don't need offense. Offense is doing fine right now. They need pitching. But yes, their pitching hasn't looked that bad lately. I mean, it has, but it hasn't because their offense has bailed them out. So I think they're gonna trade for someone like that, or they will trade for an outfielder. I think the 3 people they're not going to trade, or 4, is Poppy, Betts, Bradley, and Bogaerts. Those are the 4 untouchables. Well, Poppy, I don't think anyone would take him to rent him for half a year, which would then they wouldn't even be able to re-sign. It's not like anything like that. It's just, I wouldn't even trade him. But, and I think the other team that I think will probably try to make a trade, I was gonna say the Yankees before I found out that Andrew Miller is now off the team and with some other team, but I think that the Tampa Bay Rays are gonna attempt to make a trade. That will be one team. If I were the Red Sox right now, I would be like, hey, Tampa Bay, want to make a trade? We'll take, I don't even know. I don't think the Red Sox actually need anyone from them, but I think they could use one. I think this one, it's not been rumored, but I think the San Francisco Giants will. Just because that they have so much pitching, I think that the Red Sox could give them a good offer. Could get either Johnny Cueto or Madison Bumgarner. I would have preferred Johnny Cueto because the Red Sox have Drew Pomeranz, Eduardo Rodriguez, and David Price. As they already have 3 lefties, they need more righties. So I think I would rather have Johnny Cueto. That would be a little hard to get, but I mean, it would be good because then we could just bump maybe Erod down so we could have, I don't know. But the other trade I would be looking at if I were them would be the trade where they get a outfielder, because that's really, they don't need an outfielder. It's just, I feel like it would be a lot, because they're scrabbling with left field. They made Brock Holt now a left fielder. But I think they need him more as of a move-around guy. They don't need a third baseman. I would look at a first baseman maybe, because next year I'm assuming Hanley would move to DH and Shaw would be the first baseman. Or Shaw could float around and they could have that other float around from first and third. They could have the guy that they acquire, a first baseman, there at first. I think if they put Pedroia, I don't want this to happen at all, but if they put Pedroia in a good package, they could get Robinson Cano or someone good like that. I don't know. I just think that would be a good trade idea. So, one other one I would do this is not as the Red Sox, don't worry. Is I would trade if I were the Marlins. I would look to be. I would pretty much fake just to get like calls, almost say we're gonna put Giancarlo Stanton on the market. Obviously, no one thinks that's gonna be true, but they might actually look at it and think, oh, and then they could actually pick up some pitching, which is what they need. Another team that needs pitching, I know I said that was gonna be the last one, but the Orioles. I think the Orioles could actually make a good trade. Because they have pitching, but they don't have an ace pitcher. So if they match up one of their pitchers, like Jimenez or whatever the guy's name is, and maybe a couple prospects, they could probably get a good pitcher. Like, I'm not saying they could get the next Pedro or anything, but I think they could get a pitcher that they need, like an ace. They could probably actually trade for Pomerantz from the Red Sox. That would actually benefit the Red Sox because they could take Johannes. No clue how to pronounce his name. Sorry if I pronounce his name wrong. But so that will be